Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina. Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack. And the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oklahoma State's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here. Make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you. So many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
The Cowboys will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. Looking for space. It's Raymond.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
On the move. Breaks into the open. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job in coverage in the back end defensively.
After the misfire, now on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him stopped, but but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Off play action. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! They grab the early lead. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Be seriously, what do you do against this guy? He is everything you want in a quarterback.
And you can prepare for him all week, and you can put a wide receiver at quarterback to be scout team, but you just can't replicate a guy that can buy time, scramble around, break tackles, and then all of a sudden chuck the ball down the field and make you pay. Just too elite of a playmaker. You just got to find a way to get him on the ground early when you get those opportunities.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pressure coming. And they get to him, and down goes the quarterback, and you just cannot afford that in this spot. And the Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hicks. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Catch in the middle. It's Ellington. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st and 10. On the run, it's McKinney. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Short gain on the play before he slides.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the...
And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressive. What they wanted now, they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Got the quick pass. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. The option look. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
Makes a connection. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
He's got it on the run. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now they'll run it to the right here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, NC State.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Hicks.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now upcoming.
Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. It's complete. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. You got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Down close to the goal line. Great job by the tight end on his route for that touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Hicks. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Cowboys want to move quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hicks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the left. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hauls it in. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. To the air on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going for the big play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Cowboys. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
That's going to wrap up the 1st half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Cowboys will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Raymond. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Carolina State has it back in the offense headed to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Here comes the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Connection to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Oh, he makes the catch. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Finds his tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Takes it on the return. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Caught over the middle. It's Ellington. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Makes the grab. It's McKinney. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. At the 35, he's loose. Wide open. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Snagged out of the air. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snap snagged in the middle. It's Raymond. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to buy time. Makes the catch at the 20. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Might be changing the route. Lets it fly. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Working that left side. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, NC State. That should move them closer to this elusive second win of the year as they build this fourth quarter lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Indiana is going to get...
Oh, the ball's out on the return. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for second down. Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Gonna swing it on second down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. NC State quick to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take...
He's going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. All wideouts, no backs. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it all right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate, and late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. And he grabs it at the 15. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a space. He wants it all. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then and the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Punt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe.
He unleashes a long one. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Can't make the connection, in the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Motion from the back. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback extends the play. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down.
Pass interference, defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Looking to throw again. He uncorks one deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great...
He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And he's not done, man. This QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. And here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Cowboys with a big opportunity to take this sudden change and make it sudden points. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll run play action. Going for 6. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Fourth quarter. Huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Keeps looking downfield. Rolling right and going deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. NC State going up tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Hit as he throws. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to run it. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Just complete and utter dominance in this